I'm just going to go and close the window. I'll be back. Hello, everybody. On today's vlog, I just want to talk about somebody asked me to purchase to help find them a church. It's sorry, it's a bit late. It's for an already established church, but they rent a space in somebody else's church. They rent a space, and they asked me if I could help them find a church to purchase. And then it got me thinking. I was like, well, you know what? You're in luck. You're in luck because the Church of England is going down, and a lot of their churches are closing. So, you know, you won't really get one church. You'll get like loads of churches. And then they were like, because we want to buy an Orthodox church. And I said, well, now's a great time. You know, you can buy. Not only will you buy this particular church, but you can purchase so many other churches in different saints' name. Like, why do we need two churches when we could just the whole of England? We could have so many churches. Like, it's the time basically, and it just got me thinking, and it got her thinking. It's like, oh yeah, well, because there's a saying like our faith. If we know where we want to open a church, God will make it happen, sort of thing. And I said, well, yeah, now's the right time. And and then it got me thinking. I was like, oh my God. So should I? Maybe this is what my calling is, to go and secure churches for our faith. And it just got me thinking. I was like, oh, and she was like, really coming up to me, and like, it was on my phone, and she said, how can we do this? Like, she just wanted my advice. And I said to her, I don't mind helping. It's beneficial for our faith, and I've never really thought I'd go down that road to help the church. But then I thought about it, and I said, okay, I suppose I could help. She's like, you just find the church, any particular church and stuff. So I'm gonna be searching for these churches. And she said to me, and don't worry about the money, because that's how confident she is that she's a member of that faith. Like, as long as you found the right church, you don't have to worry about purchasing, because we have the money. Like she said, that's how their faith works. If they're so strong faith. So now I need to go and source the right church for different saints, and obviously I'm not a holy person. Um, well, I'm religious, but I don't consider myself that holy where I can be. I'm very honored somebody would ask me this, as she's a member of a church, two churches, and she felt like I'm the right person to go and find this holy task of securing the right churches for her. And I said to her, well, I'll keep an eye and stuff and let her know. But I've never really considered myself like going out my way to find these churches. And obviously, because there's a way, like, you can't just say, oh, this church looks pretty, let's go for that. No, it's all done by like whether you've got any signs, whether you've had a dream, like, it's a special kind of thing. Like, we're not like Pentecostals, like going to bloody community centers, just unholy places, and saying, yeah, we're gonna preach there. No, it doesn't work like that with our faith. You get called and you have a look at the place, and it has to have the right feeling, the right location. You know what I mean? Obviously, we don't mind Church of England churches, but it's not just any old Church of England. It has to be the right one. It's got to have a nice feeling and stuff. So she asked me, like, if you know any, let me know. So I need to go and find these amazing churches. And I said to her, I don't mind. I don't even mind finding up and down the UK, to be honest, because well, I think it's about time that those churches were of good use to communities that actually want to go and use it for worship. As it's, I said to her, that these churches will be turned into nightclubs and restaurants anyway. So it's, why not we use it for the intended purposes? Do you know what I mean? And she was just like, I feel honoured to be asked, for starters, because obviously faith and religion is a very big part of their life. And then I advised her, when you do purchase the churches, for God's sake, please make sure it's not in a human being's name, okay? It's just, you don't want to be putting it in no person's name, because people get greedy. And she goes, oh, no, 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 we're going to buy it as a charity, blah, blah, blah. I was like, good. That's one thing I learned growing up is don't put it in no. And she's like, no, we have trustees, just like I'm trustee of this community. I was like, yeah, just letting you know. I'm just letting you know, because I know what these men are like when it comes to money and stuff. I said, it's fine. As long as you have an objective and you know what you're doing and you don't put it in some man's hand, then I don't mind helping. Do you know what I mean? Oh, and I said, I would like to meet them first. I said, let me meet the priests. And she's like, oh, come to our church. Well, I said, yeah, well, if I'm going to, the way I see it is like, if I'm going to help somebody, I'm going to put my effort. I've got to meet them. I said, I want to meet the priests. And then she's like, okay. Because, like, surely they should meet me. If I'm going to put my name on it, like, I've got to at least meet them and let them know. So I'm going to meet them. So I said, how many of them? She was also a group of priests, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, well, I'll meet them then, innit? And she's like, okay, no, yeah. I said, okay. She's like, we're just trying to find another church. And I said, oh, okay, really? You're in a perfect time right now because the Church of England is going down. The memberships are going down, and all those churches that they have that used to be Catholic, because this Charles does not care about the Church of England. He clearly is not a Christian, seriously. I mean, this religion is like being destroyed. So instead of those lovely, beautiful churches turning into flipping restaurants and galleries and nightclubs, Christians should purchase them. They should purchase them and use it for faith and real Christians, those that respect the Virgin Mary, because she is the ultimate, dowry, the ultimate mother of us. And we strongly believe that the way she was treated in this country and the way her church was ransacked on this island was disgusting back in the Reformation. So if anyone should have priority over those churches, it should definitely be the Orthodox churches. So that I'm very happy to help. I'm very happy to help. The people that need real church, real congregation. I'm not even a holy person. I'm not one that possesses myself as some sort of like I'm holier than thou. I'm not, but I do have skills and I can help, and what honor to help the Christians, what an honor to use my skills to help the congregation have somewhere to pray that's not an ugly community center, or where they don't have to be kicked out because the other church are coming. And they deserve to have their own worship churches. They do. They deserve to have longer services. They deserve to celebrate all the saints' special birthdays, during the week. And I just think it's wrong that places of worship are being rented out and made money out of instead of used for what their intended purpose is, which is to, for the people to pray. They're just so materialistic, including the Church of England Church. I mean, they used to sell black people. Okay. I mentioned that to her. I said, I'm sorry, but that church has a lot of blood on its hand. It used to literally be the biggest seller of Africans. Okay. So they owe the fact that they need to give African churches priority to those churches, because we're the real Christians. Like, we're the ones that actually use it for its intended purpose. We don't use it to make money and stuff. So anyway, I just thought I'll do a quick video about that and talk about that. I just think it's quite interesting. And I said, why buy one? Buy the rest of them up and down the country. Have all the different saints. Obviously, I'm not going to go around and say, oh, this should be St. Paul, St. Peter's, St. Michael, or what's the other one? St. Raphael, Uriel, Deborah Libanos, or like all the different. But we can replica all the Ethiopian churches and name them using the Church of England churches here. We can literally replica, and we can turn the UK back to its original Orthodox religion, when it was under the Orthodox system around. I think it was Constantine the First, because at that time the Britain was part of the Orthodox wider community before the invaders came on this island. But yeah, I think that would be such a great thing to see the Church of England going back to its original religion, the true religion, the right religion. And I'll see how it goes. And it sounds exciting. It sounds good. Um, yeah, let's see how let's see how I do, and I'll keep you updated on that. Thank you.